Hi, I'm Jake with Clinical Exercise. Thanks for following us on Facebook. Today I want to go over one of the topics that are really important to me, and that's why fad diets don't work. Everywhere you go, every advertisement that you look at, everybody's got their own opinion on what the correct diet is or what the best diet is for weight loss. And I'm going to give you 5 points or 5 things to think about in trying to negate the fact that these fad diets work. So number 1 is they're short-term fixes. Anybody who goes on a fad diet is not going to go on that diet and stay on it long term. At most, if people get 60 to 90 days out of a diet, that's pretty impressive. So the short-term fix just really doesn't work. It's not good for your metabolism, and your body doesn't respond well to that. Number 2 is they're not really healthy. Everyone that you're going to try or do is going to be deficient somewhere. So all they're trying to do is manipulate the balance of protein, fats, and carbohydrates in an unhealthy or an unbalanced manner. Number 3 is they really don't change your behaviors. Any of you who have tried diets before, in and of themselves, they don't change the cravings. They don't change your natural tendency to want to revert back to the patterns you used to have. And because you're used to eating a certain way, when you try to force those patterns, it becomes unhealthy for your body to try to process that. Number 4, what we want to look at is the balance here between the different nutrients we're trying to intake. So we got protein, fats, and veggies or carbs. We want about 30% in each of those groups. And so we're going to mix those foods up a little bit with what we choose, but that's really what we're looking to do. I'll talk about more of that in a minute or two. Number 5 is they mislead you. A lot of them say you're going to get 10 pounds of loss in 10 days. Most of the time with how that they're being manipulated, the challenge with that is most of that's either water weight or it's unhealthy weight loss in general, and you're not going to be able to keep that weight off. As far as this goes, what we're going to look at here is different foods that are good choices in each of these categories. So in proteins, we're looking for healthy proteins. So we want lean beef, lean lamb, chicken, fish. Those are great. Egg whites are really good as well. Under veggies and carbohydrates, most of the diet stuff you see out there is pushing tons of vegetables, and vegetables are good, but you also want at least to have some complex carbohydrates for sustained energy. So your whole grains, your oatmeals, things like that provide quinoa, provide good complex carbohydrates. And then fats, you've got your omegas in your tuna fishes, you've got your avocados, you got your tallows. Those are all really good fats as well to choose from. So your goal is balance. Try to get about a 30%, 33% in each category, and that'll give you a kind of a balanced, healthy eating habit. So to review that, the number 1 on the list is their short-term fixes. Number 2 is they aren't really healthy. There's a lot of deficiencies to it. Number 3 is they don't change your behavior or your cravings. Number 4 is they highlight specific food groups. So for instance, the Atkins diet will go with the low carb, so they highlight different food groups. And number 5 is they mislead you into thinking you're just going to get this great drop in weight that's going to stay off. So anyways, have a great week. We'll talk to you next week.